On the way out to the Chuck Waller Race Course, I stopped by here by the George Patton Museum. It's kind of an interesting place out here. Here's Georgie's tanks out here in the desert. Again, we're in Mojave Desert. We're about 30 miles east of Indio. And this is a tank. I'm pretty sure this tank was not in World War II. It's too big, it's too fast. This might be Korean War, 1950s. It's an M60 tank. Pretty fast, agile tank. Got a bunch of them back here. What I can see is a German Panzer Tiger tank. I don't think there's any Panzers here. Charlene and I are going to the Rhine River in April. May, I guess. May. And I know I'll see a lot of Panzers we destroyed over there, I think. I'm not sure what vintage is on this. Interesting. Reading up on George, when he landed in Normandy after the invasion, they used George to head the Third Army across Europe. And he killed or captured over 1.4 million Nazis. Killed, captured, or wounded 1.4 million German Nazis. Patton, he trained 10,000 troops out here. I would guess it was 1942, maybe 1941, somewhere in there, right about the time the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. He trained 10,000 men out here for armor warfare in Africa. Rommel. And in March of 1943, they finished and took him over there, and we won. We won our first battle. I think it was at El Guitar against the German troops. Anyway, if you're into World War II history and German-American warfare, this is a pretty neat place. Lots of different styles of tanks. George was instrumental in developing these tanks, all the way down to the uniforms the men wore. He wanted the men to have helmets like a football helmet. The Pentagon wouldn't let him. Tank. It was a beauty. One interesting story, George, I think it was his uncle, George Patton Sr., was his father was the mayor of Los Angeles. A lot of people don't know that. Here it is, a Sherman tank from 1944. This tank had no chance against the Panzers. Interesting. This place, you can spend a good hour here. I know earlier in the video I had that statue of Patton there in the video, but that's him with his dog that he had throughout the war with him. George's photo lab, darkroom and developing film for the pictures he took out here back in the 30s. So I guess this was a desert training center from the 30s. There's the outside of the museum. Nice joint. Enjoyed this. Hello, George. Was he that tall? No. It's on there.
He's 6'1", an Olympic athlete.
Oh, that's right.
Pentathlon.
That's right. Thanks, John.
He took 5th.
I'm at the Georgie Patton Museum. Hey, guys. Hi, John. This is John. John and Amber, right? We're just talking about Georgie living in San Gabriel, across the street from the Huntington Library, which turned into San Marino in the old days. So yeah, Georgie was a native Californian. What was the name of this base he developed out here?
This is Camp Young headquarters.
Camp Young. So he trained a lot of the tank battalion guys, right? Tank guys?
Trained the 2nd.
Went over there and fought Rommel in the desert. George was pretty flamboyant general, and he was known for his ivory-handled revolvers. I believe that's a Colt 45. Yeah, Georgie was hell on wheels, that's for sure. Whole blood and guts. Our blood and his guts. Video wasn't working earlier. Here's a George George, his dog, and his ivory, not pearl handled, ivory handled Colt 45. There's another fellow with an F-type here. Oh, we got a convertible too. So he's going to go to Georgie Patton Museum too. And I'm about a half hour from Chuckwalla Race Course. So that's where I'm heading. You got a pretty one too. He's got a V8S, the big 500 horsepower motor like mine. It'll go 188 miles an hour.